Good morning, everyone. I am really emotional, so I'm going to pull it together. Hi, it's Jean Sachs. I'm the CEO of Living Beyond Breast Cancer, and I am just blown away reading these comments and the fact that we have 558 people together today. And it's a I just am I'm so impressed. I'm so proud of all of you and thank you for being here. Um, so I'm here in my home in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and you guys already know how to use the chat feature. So please keep using it. That will keep us connected throughout the class. We have people from all over the country today. So tell us where you're from. We want to make sure we know all the places you're representing. So 19 years ago, Living Beyond Breast Cancer and Jennifer Schelter created this event. We made a promise that no matter what, we would be together on the third Sunday in May, that we would gather the community, that we would share a yoga practice, we would celebrate breast cancer survivors. We would celebrate and remember those that we've lost. We never imagined that we couldn't be together in person, but that is what we're facing today. Our biggest concern was always the weather. You know, was it going to rain? Was it going to be windy? Was it going to be snowing? And believe me, we've had all kinds of weather at this event. But if weather was the only thing we were worried about, I think we'd all feel a lot better because we have such bigger things to worry about today. But we said, we're doing this, it doesn't matter. And you guys are continuing to log on, which is great. This event is always one of my favorite days. It sort of marks the beginning of summer. I love sitting and watching everyone gather, enter onto the steps with their mat, seek out their space, which is always a little challenging because it's hard to find space, but hugging each other, seeing friends and family, running into people that you never expected would be there, but they're there, enjoying whatever weather we have, and practicing together and being there for the breast cancer community. So we're going to do that today. We're just going to do it from our living rooms or outside. I know some of you are in parks and all over the place, but we're going to make it happen. And more than ever, we know that having a practice of yoga or a practice of something is so important. We need something regular to stay calm, to stay centered, and to stay focused on this moment, not 5 minutes from now, not 10 days from now, not 3 months from now. So that is what we're going to do this morning. I really want to thank my amazing staff that worked hard to create this program, and Jennifer Schelter, who really has given her heart and soul. So before we get started, I'm going to show a very short video from our presenting sponsor, Lilly Oncology.
Hello everyone, I'm Kelly Copes Anderson and I am with Eli Lilly and Company, and on behalf of the entire Lilly team, we welcome you to the 19th annual Reach and Raise Yoga event. We are so proud to be the national presenting sponsor for this year's event as we all take a moment to honor the resiliency of women and men impacted by breast cancer. Last year, I was able to join you at the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, which I call the Rocky Steps, and on what was a gorgeous spring day. Today, we are gathering from our homes, our backyards, our living rooms, from all across the country. While we gather for Reach and Raise this year in a different way, our commitment to the breast cancer community remains the same and has never been more important than during this global health crisis. As a practicing yogi, I will tell you, coming together like this means that you're bringing together a community of support that can make the toughest days seem just a little bit better and easier. It reminds us that we're not alone. We are honored and humbled to be here with you today, to share in this symbolic moment and during this critical time for the community. None of us can do this alone. Thank you for being a part of this special day and for joining us in supporting Reach and Raise.
Thank you, Lily. I just want to let everybody know that when this pandemic hit, we had to go back to all our sponsors to say, will you stay with us? Because obviously what they were expecting to get for their sponsorship is very different. And Lily said, no matter what, we're here for you, as did our other sponsors, which include Natrel and Univest and all the others that were listed on the sponsor reel that you were watching while you were in the waiting room. So we are very grateful that our sponsors understand that what's important now is the mission and helping women, men, and families impacted by breast cancer. I also want to thank Living Beyond Breast Cancer's incredible board of directors. Our board chair is Teresa Cole. So any of the board members are here. I hope you'll write in the chat so we can say hi to you. I am so grateful for having a smart, energetic, committed, diverse board of directors to help Living Beyond Breast Cancer navigate this really tricky time. I mean, it's not easy for any small business and it's not easy for any nonprofit. So thank you. And I also just want to thank all the healthcare providers that are out there. If you're here, please let us know. We know that you are really taking the burden of this and we are more dependent on you than ever. So thank you for everything that you're doing. When the pandemic really took hold in the United States in March, I thought we'll still be able to gather in May on the Art Museum steps. And like everything in life, that needle kept moving. And when we finally realized not only could we not be on the steps, we couldn't even gather in small groups. I reached out to Jennifer and we had many, many conversations about what we would do to make sure that today was very special. And we knew that we just needed to continue this. So this year, it's not about the t-shirt, it's not about the goodie bag, it's not about the location, it's about the community and it's about being there for each other. And I see that there's 628 of us here. Oh my God. And we're also pushing this to Facebook, so more are on. Living Beyond Breast Cancer's mission has always been providing trusted information and a community of support. But with COVID-19, our mission has really had to change and be much more quick and nimble. We have been providing regular updated information to our community via video, via text, and via audio. We've been trying to give real-time information about what treatments are available, how can you protect yourself when you're already immune compromised, how can you protect your family, can you do oncofertility before you start treatment? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And our staff has really been committed to doing that. We've opened more Facebook pages that are closed to different communities. And if you want to join, log on to our website and we'll join you so you can get that real-time support. And the other big decision we made was to double down on our financial assistance grants to people in treatment, whether they're metastatic or early stage. We know this is not just a health crisis, this is also an economic crisis. And we know when you have breast cancer, it's already really challenging financially. So the funds we raise today and the funds we have been raising for the past 2 months will partially go to double the number of grants that we give to families across the country. So we're hoping to give away 550 financial assistance grants to pay for rent and mortgage and utilities and other basic needs. We've been doing this for many years in the greater Philadelphia area, but thanks to 2 really great sponsors, Infinite Strength, we now have a fund in Connecticut, and because of the Tutu project of the Carey Foundation, we have been offering grants in Florida, Tennessee, and Colorado. But what I'm telling you today is these grants will now be available wherever you live, any part of the country. you will be able to nominate yourself. You'll be able to do your own application instead of going through a healthcare provider. So that link should be on our website right around June 1st. I hope you'll let people know and know that the money you're raising today will be directly helping other people. So down to the statistics, to date, we have raised $325,000 towards our goal of $400,000. That's incredible. We had no idea how our fundraising was going to go because we were really just starting to ramp up when the country was shutting down. So that's all that credit goes to every single one of you who posted, who created a team, posted a Facebook fundraiser, told your friends, sent out emails. Thank you. I want to, as I always do, call out our top teams. So I'll start with Thrivin' and Survivin', which is captained by Amy Lessick. Amy has raised over $14,000. Go Amy. The LBBC Good Vibe Tribe, which is made up of the Living Beyond Breast Cancer staff. We challenged them to really raise funds this year. They're over $12,000. My team, which is called Remembering Romaine, in memory of my mother, which I've been doing for the past 8 years. And I love being able to say her name every year. So thank you for letting me do that. And we were in a neck and neck race with the LBBC Volunteer Heroes. Our leadership volunteers started a team this year, but I have to tell you guys, I've surpassed you early this morning, but happy to keep competing. I also want to thank Warriors Together, who is captained by Megan Nascimento, who is always there for us. Team Dreams, Darrell Shannon, Team Z, Margaret Zuccotti, Park Princesses, Janet Doherty, and Forever 25, which is captained by Denise Portner and Valerie Miller, an amazing group of people. So as a small thank you, you all got a link to a virtual goodie bag. So many of our small businesses have special offerings for you, whether it's a % off or it's a donation back to Living Beyond Breast Cancer. So definitely check that out. A great way to support small businesses that are also supporting Living Beyond Breast Cancer. And many of these companies have donated prizes to us, including yoga mats from Jade Yoga, Beauty Counter products from Beauty Counter, Salty Girl, and Violets Are Blue. So next week, we'll just pick some random names, and some of you will get an email or a phone call, and we'll have a gift to give you. So don't ignore your calls from Living Beyond Breast Cancer. We always start our program hearing from someone who is directly impacted by breast cancer and someone who is actively in treatment. So I want to ask Jessica to join me. I know she'll figure out how to turn on her video. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Jean. Good morning,
So good
everyone.
to see you. Before you start, Jessica, I know we've all heard a lot of in various statements, inspirational things during this time. But one thing that really stuck with me is, you know, we're all in the same storm, but we're not all in the same boat. And so some of us are on that cruise liner, some of us are on that raft or that dinghy or maybe a motorboat or a sailboat. But we really have to remember that this pandemic, while it's impacting all of us, it is impacting us differently depending on your life circumstances. And for women and men in treatment, it is taking a very specific toll. So Jessica, I'm excited to hear your story.
Thank you, Jean, and good morning to everybody watching at home. In July of last year, I was diagnosed with stage 3 triple negative breast cancer. I was 32 years old, had just recently gotten engaged as well as started my dream job. And in fact, I wasn't even off my probationary period yet at time of diagnosis. My young life and everything I had planned and worked so hard for was immediately upended and called into question. A few days after being diagnosed, Jean, who was at that point a total stranger to me, sent me some LBBC literature through a family friend. And this was the first bit of support from the breast cancer community that I received. And I remember that while I was reading the guide for the newly diagnosed, it felt so surreal. But that a tiny bit of the paralysis, despair, and fear that I had been so tightly gripped by in those early days started to loosen as I began to feel ever so slightly less alone and reassured that my feelings were normal. I called Jean. I was desperate to speak to a person who understood, and I tearfully confided in her that I couldn't see my future anymore. And I listened with faint hope to her. She gently counseled me that it would get better. As my treatment progressed, I looked to LVBC's website for clear, trusted facts to inform my treatment decisions, side effect management, and most helpfully, for strength from the testimonials and reflections of all the women who came before me. When the annual conference rolled around, it took place 2 days after my third dose of adriamycin. And I remember disappointedly telling Jean that I wasn't going to be able to make it, obviously. That's okay, she said, we're going to have another conference next year. And it hit home for me that breast cancer would remain a part of my life the following year and every year after. And then I felt a mix of anxiety and relief. I was relieved because here was a supportive and helpful community looking to embrace me in my hour of such need, but anxious because I did not know how I was ever going to fit in with them, with all of you, to make it from where I was then, scared, terrified, to the likes of women at this conference, looking happy, hopeful, and empowered by information rather than afraid of it. Later that fall, I was invited to be in a photo shoot for Living Beyond, and participating gave me the opportunity to say yes and to celebrate a specific moment in my life, mid-chemotherapy, beautiful, bald, very bloated, and to do that in front of a dozen strangers and a camera. With the Living Beyond team by my side, I found bravery and boldness within myself that has helped carry me through the additional hurdles I faced in treatment and lately through the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, while I am disappointed that we can't truly be together on the Art Museum steps for this amazing and inspiring event, I am so humbled and so grateful to share my story with you and to find my own smiling face on Living Beyond's website. Thanks in no small part to this community and all the knowledge and support that it provides, I'm able to more clearly and confidently see my future and how I will navigate the challenges and the joys of living beyond breast cancer.
See, this is when I really just want to give you a hug. I hate this pandemic.
Me too.
I have had the honor to get to know Jessica from the beginning of her diagnosis, which I talk to a lot of newly diagnosed women, but I don't always get to follow them through their whole process. And I will say that Jessica has had a lot of bumps in the road, like many of you out there. And she has really navigated them, and she's become a real advocate for herself and for others. So I'm so honored to be on the screen with you today, even though ironically, Jessica and I live like 2 blocks away, but that's what the world is. So Jessica, I'm going to show you that you're not alone. I mean, I see these comments coming through that are incredible, but we're going to bring in this community and they're going to put up signs and let you know how long they have been doing well with their cancer diagnosis. So I know all of you are on different kinds of devices, but I hope you can open it up to gallery mode for a minute. And you can see these amazing, amazing women and men. I think Steve is there. Yep, there's Steve. And this group makes up some of our incredible volunteers and really trusted supporters. So Jessica, you are surrounded, whether you like it or not. You're part of the team. And now to just show everyone that there's even a bigger community. Right, there's Megan. We were all supposed to do it. Remember, we did a lot of practicing. So we're going to show you another really quick video, and then we'll get to the class. But we wanted to show everyone that there are so many people who are participating today. And what is the number up to right now? 635. And I'm told there's 70 people on Facebook. So wow, that's amazing. So we're going to watch this video, and then Luann Khan is going to come back. She's an LBBC board member and a longtime survivor, and she's going to introduce Jennifer and Yvette. So thank you all for practicing with us, and let's watch this video and let's reach and raise.
Hi.
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 Hola.
Hi, my name is Janice.
Hi, my name is Sheila Marie McLeod, and I am from Swansea, Illinois.
And I'm from Helena, Montana.
I live in Berks County, Pennsylvania.
From East Hartford, Connecticut, Carolyn Strong.
And I currently reside in Macomb, Michigan.
Miami, Florida.
I'm joining you from my living room. Welcome.
Live this morning from my yoga mat.
My reason for joining Living Beyond Breast Cancer's Reach and Raise this year is because I'm a breast cancer survivor.
I am a breast cancer survivor.
I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer when I was pregnant with our son, Jesse.
Metastatic stage 4 breast cancer.
Stage 2 DCIS and invasive ductal carcinoma.
After 27 years of having breast cancer the first time, I'm at it again.
I was diagnosed stage 4 from the start. My husband is a cancer survivor too.
Here's a picture of my grandma. She's the first person I know who had breast cancer.
I've been living with metastatic breast cancer for 3 years now, and that has changed my life irrevocably.
So I am hopeful. I am grateful.
This pandemic has kind of forced us to reset and prioritize on what's important.
And I'm very hopeful that when this ends, we will value human connection more than ever before.
I can't wait to get back to seeing all my peeps again.
What gets me through stressful times is practicing yoga. My other cat's coming here.
All she likes to do is nap all day.
What keeps me going? Well, my husband, and when I was re-diagnosed, I ended up with Eloise.
Elizabeth and Lucy.
Oh, there they are.
This is my daughter.
Hi.
And I don't ever want her to have to worry about breast cancer in her lifetime.
It's one of the main reasons why I'm so involved with Living Beyond Breast Cancer, because I know other patients are going to need that support.
Get your Wi-Fi together and your yoga mat, and let's reach and raise for LBC.
We rock!
I love you, and have a beautiful, blessed day.
Good morning, everyone. I just have to say, I'm so proud of us for coming together and doing this for the first time like this. My name is Luann Khan. I am a 28-year survivor of breast cancer. I was diagnosed when I was 35 years old. I'm also a proud member of Living Beyond Breast Cancer Board. Today we dare. Today we dare to come together, even though we all can't see each other. But today we dare because we know in our heart and our soul, we're out there, hundreds of us around the country coming together, lifting each other up like angels' wings. Dare to imagine that, because that is real. And today we have two of the most daring people I know who are going to lead us through this reach and raise. Yvette Ohm has a voice like a goddess. She is a celebrated songwriter and a chant artist and a yoga instructor. She's traveled around the world performing, and she has 5 internationally acclaimed albums. She sings in memory of her mother-in-law, who was a breast cancer survivor, and Yvette has been with this event for 14 years. So thank you, Yvette, for being with us. And honestly, I don't know if any of us would be here right now at this event without Jennifer Schelter, who helped envision this 18 years ago. 18 years ago, she brought us all together on the Philadelphia Art Museum steps for the first time. And of course, it's grown over the years. She's motivated and inspired thousands of people during her career. She's a mindfulness leader, an artist, a writer. She's been recognized by Philadelphia Magazine as one of the most inspirational people in Philadelphia and best yoga instructor by Philly Fit Magazine. It is my honor and my privilege to bring to you Jennifer Schelter and Yvette Ohm. Please welcome them into your heart and your home right now.
Hello and namaste, everyone. Jennifer and I are so happy to be here. Jennifer, are you able to come on?
There seems to be a momentary lag in the video. We'll just take a nice deep breath in and deep breath out and pause while there's this technical aspect is figured out. While you're sitting on your mat, just taking a moment to go within as we join from around the United States and around the world to be with one another. And we all know that the internet on our computers has been incredibly helpful at this time. Yet we all know that the internet is where we find the internet, our heart is where we find one another. Hi, I'm Jennifer Schelter. I'm so grateful to be here with you today. And I want to thank Luann Kahn and Jean Sachs and the entire board of Living Beyond Breast Cancer and my friend Yvette Ohm and all the beautiful individuals that have come into this community because of this event. It's an honor to see you and to be with you. And I too feel very emotional this morning. I want to just start off by a personal, as we all have our favorite person that was touched by breast cancer. I've had many over the years. I'd like to dedicate this class to my grandmother, Kathleen Converse, who went through breast cancer at a time when there was no one like Jean Sachs. There was no one like Luann Kahn. There was no one like Yvette Ohm. There were no organizations out there to help people. But this beautiful woman right here did it alone. So I just want to thank all of you for coming together, because ultimately we're here as a community to support one another through to having courage and love. I'd love to begin this class with an invocation for love, a courageous love that surpasses all human understanding at this time, with Yvette Ohm, who will lead us in 3 beautiful Ohms.
So let's all join together in sound with 3 rounds of Om. First, taking a nice inhale, breathing in, filling up your belly. And then as you exhale, letting the breath just drop away, because we can't sound without breath. And then on your next inhale, allowing your Om, that vibration that connects us to the universe and to each other, allow your vibration of Om to bring you closer to your heart space, where so many things are born. So breathing in.
And drawing your attention within, lengthening your spine up towards the morning sky, relaxing your jaw. Becoming aware of your breath and dropping your awareness from the mind down into your heart. Maybe you want to touch your heart and allow, as you practice this morning, as we all have in a sense, there's no one that hasn't been touched by this time. So dropping from the anxiety of the mind, the fearing mind, down into the loving heart. Take a moment to check in with yourself as to your own mind, body, and spirit practice, your own authenticity for well-being, why you're here, and allowing yourself to rest in your knowing. Resting in your knowing means just resting in yourself, resting in your beauty, resting in the beloved heart that you are. So if you'd like, just bringing your palms to your heart as you seal that promise to yourself, reminding yourself of your goodness, receiving your own goodness from within, your own intuition from within. Enjoy a deep breath in, a deep breath out, a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And in that mindful practice, allow yourself that first lesson in yoga, which is dropping the judgment of the mind and feeling the flow of your experience. So with a nice deep breath, send your intention today up to the sky. And as you lengthen all the way up, start to bloom open the arms and look up towards the sky or towards your living room. And then exhale back to your heart. Then inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, open out. Just like a fountain, getting that new sense of life. Inhale into this moment. Exhale into this beautiful moment. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale into this very moment. Exhale into this very moment, into this beautiful morning, and tipping off to the left side. Planting your hands, stretching your right arm by your right ear. You will modify as you need to today, articulating your wrist, your elbow, your arm. Maybe you swing it round and open up all the channels of your body. Breathing in. and breathing out. Feeling the balance, the calibration of the core. Slowly let yourself come on back up through your right arm. Just rise right up there and let the left arm meet the right. Overhead, look to the sky. Breathe into your heart and exhale back to center. And take it to the other side. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, peel off to the right side. Sides of our body will be different. One hand always brushes your teeth, or you walk your dog or pet your cat with one of your hands. And so our body has a relationship with the outer world. So as you come to the inner world, you start to become aware of the balance, seeking how the body's always seeking balance and seeking it beautifully, really trying as it may to give us a sense of balance. So taking a nice deep breath, breathing into the left side of the left lung, and then inhale, letting yourself come on back up, reaching overhead. Reaching up as you look up, breathe into your heart, your chest, your throat, the stomach. And then exhale, letting yourself bow forward and down towards the earth and dropping your head. Take a good deep breath to your lower back, your middle back, your shoulders, your neck, and inhale as you let yourself come on back up. Recross your feet. Let the opposite foot come forward. We're going to do a basic twist. Taking your left arm to the sky and your right arm straight out in front. Start to rotate using your core as you start to shift towards the back. Plant the hand behind you, left hand to your right knee. Inhale forward and lift your heart. Exhale and turn to the right. Inhale as you back off. Exhale as you turn to the right. One more time. Inhale, feel the present moment. Exhale any of the mind's disapproval or anxiety or fear. Just let it go. It's just the mind talking. Then sweep the right arm up to the sky. Feel the lift through the back. Cross over to the front knee. Drop your head towards your heart. Release the shoulders and neck, shaking the head no and yes. Inhale, shine forward, shine your heart up, open the arms, reach wide. Let yourself experience that opening. Woo! Whirl around your wrists and then twist to the other side. Right hand comes to the left knee, left arm to the sky. Start to stretch it round. Inhale, back off the twist. Exhale, accelerate into it. Close your eyes if you'd like. Imagine the whole central nervous system getting a massage. Inhale, back off. Fill with breath. Exhale it out. You're washing your awareness. Inhale as you open up. Feel the present moment. Exhale, wash your interior space with love and approval and kindness. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Reach it by your left ear. Really feel your strength in your lower back and hand comes down to meet your knee. Curl yourself towards your heart, listening to your heart this morning. Listen to all that's blooming in your life. Inhale as you open, feel the bloom. Feel the energy shift. Exhale back to your heart. Namaste, honoring your own authentic path in life. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's come to our hands and knees now. Feeling yourself into dog tilt, take a breath forward. Exhale, round into cat. Look towards your heart, arch the spine. Inhale forward, opening up. Exhaling, rounding. And one more time at your own pace. This is your practice. You're thriving in each moment, watching that the mind will begin to comment on your body. Can you keep on coming back? Would you be willing just to love and approve of your body as it is? Loving and approving of yourself as you are today. Come on back to neutral. Stretch the knees to either side of the mat and sit on back to your heels in child's pose. Walking your hands forward, dropping your head down, and just meditating for 30 seconds here in child's pose, or if you've brought a journal and a piece of your journal and your pen today, meditating on what happens when you let go of fear. What happens when you have a space where you can let go of your anxiety? What do you get access to when you're not anxious, when you're not fearful? What's possible? What's possible when you let go of fear, when you let go of anxiety? Can you come back to that courageous, open heart? Coming back to your courage, coming back to the peace that is you, that is your awareness, that is the witness. Inhaling now, coming back up. And let's stretch our left leg straight back. And take your right hand to your navel. Consider that the crown of the head is going to line up with your tailbone. So as you come forward with your right arm by your right ear, you'll slowly elevate that back left leg. And you can smile it up a little high, or you could let it come down, depending on what feels right for you. Start to experiment with that. And if you'd like, start to add a curl to the right elbow and the left knee. Notice that you are going to go at your own pace. If you feel that you want to, you go rapid. If you want to slow down, if the authenticity for you, your inner knowingness says slow down, you slow down. If your inner knowingness says speed up, speed up. Feel where you feel that you are building strength in your core and building a resolve of that relationship to yourself. And then exhale, just bring that hand down. Let that left foot come down behind you, parallel to your back, right foot, and swing the left arm in reverse up to the sky. So this is our first back bend. You're going to take that left arm back as much as you can. Open your mouth. Open or close the eyes. Wonderful pose to breathe into the heart, the chest. And again, you're going to modify. If you need to bring your hand to your shoulder or hand to your stomach, you do that. And sweep the arm overhead. Or for those of you who want to work on your balance, just elevate that leg or bend the knee and reach for the foot. There's so many modifications here. You'll find one that works for you. So trusting your adventuresome spirit, trusting your openness, trusting your authenticity. You feel your aliveness. Yes, we shake when we're alive. So you just let that be part of your practice. Exhale, let yourself come back. Left hand comes down. Left leg tucks to the right edge of your mat. You're going to turn your head and look over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Stretch to that side. And then exhale, come back to neutral. And send that same leg to the sky for tiger tail as you look upward. And then curl it in just for 2. And one more, feeling that stretch. And down. And then back to neutral. Let's take the right leg back now. Chin to the chest, stomach strong, mindful of your intention. Draw that left arm forward. Elevate your back right leg. And as you balance, see if you can thread that mind, body, and spirit into that peace, into the peace of your path, that we're all on our path. You are on your path. Your authenticity will move you, whether you move into that curling position or you stay still. So you can curl in and stretch out. That life force will move you. That prana will move you. One more time, curling in and out. And you take your time now. Left hand comes down, right foot plants behind, right arm stretches up towards the sky. And you can articulate that behind you or overhead, looking up or articulating it any way you want. You can get creative. It's your practice. It's your path. Exhaling that arm down, right arm down. Taking that left foot across to the left edge of the mat, right leg to the left edge. Look over your left shoulder. Take a good deep breath. You feel the whole stretch of the right side of the spine, and then back to neutral, up to the sky and tiger tail. Feel the lower back, the hips, the glutes, curl into yourself. Inhale to the sky at your own pace. Exhale, curl into yourself. Inhale to the sky, loving and approving of yourself. Exhale, letting go any criticism of the body, yourself, allowing yourself just to be, to flow. Inhale one more time to the sky. And exhale, letting that knee come down. Good. From here, just separate your feet to the edge of your mat. Separate your knees to the edge of the mat. Take your hands as wide as they'll go. Make little pie shapes between them. And you're going to press back just like a linebacker. You're going to pause there for a moment and create a little wiggle in your arms, because you're not going to create them stiff right away. Just get that you're a soft, porous being. And as you lift the legs, you create a little more space, okay? And heel toe, walk out your legs. Maybe shift your hips and your weight. Allowing your shoulders and neck to be free. Bring your big toes together, slide that right leg straight up behind you. And exhale that knee. If it works for you, you step your foot about a quarter of the way up or swing your knee towards your elbow and back up to the sky. Nice and smooth. Do what you can. Either step the foot up, work your core, or slide the knee up and back to the sky. Just building that core strength. One more time. Forward and back to the sky. Good. And let's just take that leg down now and come to high plank and pause and lengthen. And then take it to the knees, take it to the chest and chaturanga. Elbows come beside you. Pause there, stretch the arms back. Inhale like a butterfly. You're coming out of that chrysalis. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Feel yourself growing, lengthening. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, up, deep breath. Exhale, hands come alongside. Roll up mindfully, one vertebra at a time, upward facing. Your knees could be on the mat, or the knees could be elevated. Deep breath in. Roll back. You choose child's pose or downward facing dog, whichever helps you. As you drop your head, maybe you just pause there, or as you sit in child's pose for a moment, stretching your lower back. Take a good deep breath and consider how powerful you are. Consider where you've come. Inhale back up, and let's press back to downward facing dog. Walking out the legs again. Pressing through the palms, dropping the head, taking that left leg straight up towards the sky. Stomach pulls in, core engages. You have a lot of engagement here. Really squeeze that left glute. Strong standing leg as you come forward. Either step the foot up or knee to the elbow and back to the sky. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more times, strong and steady as you can. Beautiful. And now exhale that leg down. Come to high plank. Here, let's build the arm awareness to strengthen the arms. So you're going to bring your right hand. See if you can tap your right rib cage and down. Tap your left and down. Right, go at your own pace, left and right and left. Last time. Beautiful. Let yourself come to your knees. Shoulders roll back, nice and long to the earth. When you're ready, inhale slowly up, chest forward, neck nice and long, and you press up. Roll the shoulders back, breathe into the stomach. You choose downward facing dog or child's pose. Whichever you choose, can you pause and love and approve of yourself? Could you give yourself that intention of your courageous authenticity, your creativity at this time? Can you allow yourself that beautiful sense of all the flowers and everything that's blooming at this time of year? It's all birth. There's all this birth unfolding at this moment. Inhaling as you come back up to all fours. And we're just going to take the right foot forward up to the mat, the front of the mat. So you're going to lunge into that front foot, take your hand to your knee, lengthen the chest up, roll the shoulders back, and send the arms open towards the sky or hands to the knee. Reaching up. Exhale, hands come down to that front foot. Turn over your back toe and lengthen into a lunge. Some of you may want to stay here. Some of you, depending on how you feel, draw the arms back, reach the chest up, reach the arms over and steady forward. Maybe you look to the sky. You feel this new day. Exhale, hands come down to the front foot and you step back to down dog. Or you sweep the leg towards the sky. Give it a good yawn open. Deep breath in. Exhale the leg down. Stepping your opposite foot forward. Pause, drop the knee down. Reminding yourself you're not on your kneecap. You are before the kneecap or on the shin. Taking the hands to the front knee. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhaling the hands either from the heart up or out, reaching up overhead. Breathing deeply. Feeling the identification with that sense of acceptance, of peace, timelessness, of love. Exhaling, hands back down to your front foot. Turning over your back toes. Steadying yourself here, either the wings of your arms, like Luann said, we all have wings. Drawing your wings back or out to the side or overhead. We're taking your torso up. Lunging, sweeping the arms up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in. Feeling your aliveness. Exhale, hands coming down. Now stepping up to meet your front foot. Match the toe tips. Stretch each one of your beautiful toes wide. Exhale the hands behind you. Come halfway up. Feel your chest open. Exhale, fold to the earth. Really hang down. And release your arms. Relax your head. Line your fingertips up with your toe tips. Feel yourself fold. And we all know at this time that it can feel that the enemy is around us. The virus is around us. We might feel unsettled, anxious. But would you be willing just to let the anxiety go? It's not you. It's the mind protecting itself. Letting go any fear now. Just imagine the fear falling off your back. Now with a nice strong inhalation rolling up. Feel yourself build from the roots of your legs and your toes and your legs all the way up, opening the chest to the sky. And stretching up there for a moment into Thriver pose. Thriver pose, opening the chest. Yes, and we have pictures from everybody thriving. Deep breath in. Really reaching up. Deep breath out. And exhale, crossing to our heart. Inhale, thrive again. Open up. Thriver pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. And can you feel your courage? And can you give yourself even more courage? And can you have even more? And can you feel how courageous you are, bringing your hands back to your heart, going internal? And one more time now, Thriver pose, bringing that intention of your courage, drawing and focusing on your courage, looking up to the sky and then back to your heart. Namaste. Let's go into sun salutation. First, check in with your energy. Can you feel that you've changed your energy? Can you feel that you're identifying with your openness, the lovely fragrance that is growth, that is movement, that is change? Inhale, we go with that. We bloom with it. We reach up. We exhale and we fold. Exhaling down, dropping the head. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, folding to the mat. Inhaling as you reach up overhead. Press into a slight back bend at the top. And exhale to your heart. Once again, inhale, open. Feel yourself thriving, open. Exhale, dive forward and down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, sliding up to the sky, feeling that you are growing in new ways, drawing your attention into your growth and back to your heart. Let's add warriors. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, flow forward and down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, that right foot steps back to the back of the mat. Your right heel touches in. Your arms can go out to the side, giving you license for your own authenticity here. You draw the chest open and come up. And you send your arms out to the side and up. Or if you want to get groovy, you let yourself get groovy your own way. Why not? You'll reach overhead and then wide into warrior two. Shift open, maybe move and wiggle that back foot. Arms stretch wide. And you sink down. Turn the palms up, reach to the sky. Radiant warrior. Maybe you tap the back of the throat. Breathe deep into the heart, behind into the throat. Back elbow to the knee and overhead. Any variation here that you like, you're the boss. And you go back up to the sky one more time. And we'll go into triangle. You'll straighten your front leg. Maybe inch the back foot slightly closer. Stretch the arms out. Dip the hip down. Touch where you can, the knee, the shin, the ankle, or a block, or the floor, and spin the chest upward towards the sky. Reach the arm by the ear or back behind you. Pause to feel how balance really feels. You'll remember when you first learned how to ride a bike. It took a couple tries. But once you got the consciousness of balance, you never forget it. So taking your consciousness now and steady yourself back up to balance. Reach that left arm towards the sky and rotate as you windmill back down to meet your front foot. Stepping back to down dog, option to take that left leg, sweep it towards the sky. Exhale it down, coming to high plank, to knees. Modify if you'd like, lowering yourself down to either cobra, a quarter of the way up, or to upward facing dog, forward. Taking your time, stretching back. Mindful now, do you need to rest and fully integrate what you've been doing? Drop your head, rest in child's pose. Or maybe you want to be in down dog. But a second prompt here is, what truly have you gained? What is blooming in your consciousness? What is blooming? What are you gaining by this time? There's so much healing work being done on the planet. You imagine the millions of people affected by this exact moment, who are writing songs and poetry and love letters, who are painting paintings, who are expressing themselves in new ways and learning to love in new ways. So can you bring yourself into that collective courage, the collective that is blooming at this time? When you're ready, you'll step up to meet the front of the mat. Reach the chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale to the sky. Reach overhead. Exhale to your heart and check in with your intention for today. Can you give yourself love and approval, opening up to the adventure that is your authentic path, right in this moment, having courage and confidence and beauty that is unfolding in your own life. Inhale into that abundance, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway, left foot steps back. You root it into the ground. You come up as you like, checking yourself forward or adding that thriver pose through the chest or arms together. or out to the side. If you have neck or shoulder issues, it's nice to draw the shoulders back to relax the neck, relax the jaw. Breathing in deep into your lungs and into your lower back, into your stomach. Shifting open into warrior two. And as you shift open, you notice that your hips have shifted to the long end of the mat. And you notice these beautiful bodies on the screen, beautiful children, fathers and mothers, grandmothers and aunts. Beautiful. Lunge a little deeper. Can you lunge a little more? We're all being asked to find a little bit more. Beautiful. Reach that left arm down your left leg, right arm to the sky, and radiant warrior. Taking your mind's eye, just like a camera, inside your body. Can you feel that you're opening up space, opening consciousness through your body? And your right elbow going to your right knee. And your left arm or the floor, left arm coming over by that left ear or long by the ear. If that's too much, you take it to your hip. You find what works for you. Rotate open the chest. Identifying with your courage, your authenticity, taking your time as you come back up. Straightening the right leg, lifting that right arm towards the sky. Exhaling as you come back to neutral. Now you'll take a moment, you'll just wiggle that back foot a little closer. And if you're me, you're adjusting your yoga clothes because everything's falling apart. And you're gonna dip your right hip. Okay, as you dip your right hip, you courageously reach downward and upward. And lengthen your spine. Think of how you're lengthening. And if you're a very physical person, I want you to create it as intense as you can for yourself so that you find joy in your stillness. We all know during this time, we can't run away from things. If ever, we're pushed to really feel what we feel and face everything. It takes a lot of courage. So really feeling your strength, inhaling as you come up, reaching the right arm to the sky. Nice length. And then when you're ready, you're windmilling your hands back down to that front foot. You're stepping back. You're sweeping that right leg as an option to the sky, stabilizing yourself there, and exhaling to high plank. Back down, all the way. Inhaling to upward facing, feeling your strength, and choosing, right? It always comes back to a decision. Do you need to rest in child's pose? That is perfect. Dropping your head or going back to downward facing dog, whichever works for you. And trusting your body will tell you what it needs. Taking the time now to step up to the front of the mat. Step forward. Reach the chest forward. And fold to the mat. Inhaling to the sky. Reach the arms upward. Pause in the back bend. And just test out your balance here. So you're pausing in that back bend, reach for the left wrist and go to the right. And can you reach a little bit more? Maybe bringing your hand to your hip, stabilizing yourself. And can you reach the arm back up? And can you go to the opposite side? And can you reach a little bit more? And let yourself slowly come back up. And exhale to your heart. And hands down by your side, taking your middle finger, lining it up with your femur bone, feeling your full height in Tadasana. Close your eyes for a moment. Who are you when you're loving yourself deeply? Who are you when you're compassionate towards your own struggles or fears? Who are you? Go back to that sense of freedom, that you are freedom. You're the spirit, you're free. Opening the eyes, drawing your knee upward. Giving your knee a hug will go right into tree pose, bringing that right foot to the inseam. On the Art Museum steps, we often link arms. So in honor of our social distancing, we're not linking, but we will physically link in this moment. Let's just imagine holding hands. I'm holding hands with Jean and Yvette, and I'm holding hands with Luann, and I'm holding hands with you. Can you open the arms when you're ready? And can you imagine that we're just really embracing a whole new world as we grow? Looking forward, stretching the arms upward. Showing your power, showing your strength. Showing your sense of balance as you exhale slowly down. Now you're going to bring the knee forward, give it a little kick, maybe one or two, and then a little wiggle side to side because the hips can get tight. Give it a little hula hoop left and right. Beautiful. And let's stand strong on our right foot and roll the shoulders back. And just like Thriver pose, you're opening the chest, opening the heart as you bring the knee up, bringing the foot to the inseam of the leg. And wobbly is good. Drawing your arms open, compassionate towards your own balance. Linking arms with your most reliable, trusted source of life force. Maybe you link arms with Mother Nature. You link arms with consciousness or a spiritual community or your family, whomever gives you life force, those teachers and people that lift you up and then lift yourself up. Remind yourself that you are authentic. You can do it. Reaching overhead. Raise your awareness from your standing foot, your roots, to the tips of your fingers. And raise your awareness out through your heart and in your rib cage. I can see, just for a moment, there's those lovely people outside. I love seeing the sky. I love seeing your living room. Exhale, slowly let yourself come down. And give that knee a hug. Give it a kick. Give it a couple kicks. Release the knee. Beautiful. Let's do one more standing pose. Let's do hero pose, as we are all heroes at this time. So going to the back of your mat. This is a great balancing pose. Chest will be open. Step forward onto that right foot. Chest stays open. Remember Thriver pose. Chest stays open. Your heart reaches forward. And or your arms can stretch by your side, out to the side, or overhead, or to your heart. Meditating on your courage, your strength. Moment to moment. Exhale, let yourself step back. Reach up into that Thriver pose. And exhale down into Tadasana, feeling your natural height. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bringing your hands to your heart. Stepping forward onto the left foot. Or arms out to the side. Keeping the heart up and forward. Reach up. Lengthen through the back leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relaxing into the shaking. The shaking keeps me steady. I should know. What falls away is always and is near. I learn by going where I need to go. That's a poem by Rothko. Feeling our shaking, step back, find your footing, and step back. Sweep the arms up. Exhale to your heart. Beautiful. Let's go down to the ground now by coming to the front of your mat again, taking your knees to the edge and sitting yourself, lowering yourself down, opening up the hips into Malasana. So the chest stays high. If that's too low for you, you take your fingertips to the ground and drop your head, stretching your lower back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And when you're ready, you'll just lower yourself downward towards the earth. Scooch the legs forward. Lengthen out through your heels and open your chest. Press your palms right by the side of you. Sweep your arms up. Exhale forward towards your toes. Relax your jaw and neck. Now, just like you were swimming, feel this expansion. Push the arms out to the side, moving through water or moving through what you want to move through. Reach up and dive forward. We all move through fear. We move through resistance. We're moving through layers of the onion, peeling off what we don't need to carry, opening ourselves up to our power. One more time, reaching forward. Maybe you pause. Maybe you want to move your arms, whatever feels good to you. And one more time. Let's bring our hips wide into Uttanasana Konasana. At this time, you could turn sideways on your mat or forward, whichever feels right to you, and just take your legs as wide as feels comfortable. There's a tendency to roll the spine here. You're going to work upward and back. So you're going to take your arms open in Thriver pose for a moment and take your right elbow towards your right knee or to wherever you can reach to, or towards the big toe. As you sweep your left arm to the sky, or sweep it by your ear over. And you're free to move there, stretching open the hips, the lower back, the throat. And then gently turn to the right leg, drop your head. Take a deep breath of appreciation. Oh, dear body, thank you for housing me today. Where else am I going to live? I got to love this body up. So we're loving up the body, the calf, the knee, the quad, the lower back, and then send yourself back up. And arms up to the sky as you bloom. Exhale to the left elbow down. Right arm up. And you get to say how much. You let yourself feel what is enough for you, because you're always enough. Always enough. Maybe you want to rotate towards that same knee, lengthen the spine, and drop your head. Now, in 24 years of teaching yoga, I've never met a single human being that said, I love my feet, I love my ankles, I love my whole body. For some reason, the mind has a negativity bias towards being in a body. So how do we counter that? Well, we can counter it with yoga. We can bring our appreciation back to what Rumi calls the guest house, knowing that this body is a guest, it's our house. Letting yourself come on back up. Let's bring the knees up. Let's dig the heels in for Navasana boat pose, as we're all in this boat together, doing the best we can. Lengthen the legs up or dig the heels down, chest up, arms out, or accelerate the legs to the sky, whichever works for you. Just for 3 and 2 and 1. Drawing yourself in, give yourself a hug. All right, you're going to roll down to the ground. And as you roll down, drawing your knees right up into your rib cage and the soles of the feet towards the sky, holding on to the edges of the feet, rocking side to side. Maybe closing your eyes, holding the backs of the knees. And really resting your jaw, resting your face, and just letting that left leg stretch to the ground and right leg to the sky. Point and flex the foot. Consciously lift the head, consciously pull the leg towards you as you breathe. Maybe you rest in between. And I want to give you license because you know your body best. Would it feel better for you at this time to cross the leg across your body in a full twist? Or would it feel better for you to drop your leg out to the side? So you get to decide what works for you. So choosing for yourself what works, to the right or to the left. Or maybe you want to try both. Keeping your core stable, keeping your stomach stable, keeping the spine long. Feeling into your body, relaxing your mind, witnessing what you feel. Inhale, the leg comes up, and you exhale it, give it a hug in. Before we go to the other side, let's back both heels up to your buttocks. You can pull them in or walk them up. Open up the arms in a goalpost position. Lift the head for a moment so you lengthen the back of the throat and the neck. So you get the shoulders tucked down. And then inhale, bloom the chest upward towards the sky. And any micro movements, really trust yourself. As we work in that mindful way, the practice points to trusting yourself. Trusting that you're in the right place at the right time. You're on your path. Exhale yourself back down. Extend your right leg down to the ground. Feel solid through the right hip. Left leg to the sky. Draw yourself up towards that leg. Give it a good stretch up. Exhale the leg back and forth. Just give yourself a nice stretch there. Stay with your breath. Feeling that opening. And exhale down. You choose for yourself. To the right or towards the left. Either way, the right side of your body is steady. And keeping your abdominals pulled inward for support. And then hug your knee back in. Taking the soles of the feet together now. And dropping your hips open. Taking your one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Closing your eyes. Feeling your heartbeat. And can you relax your eyes and jaw? And can you relax just being born in this moment? As none of us have lived this moment before. Allowing yourself the clarity of consciousness to love yourself in this moment. connecting down into your heart, a sense of peace and love for the planet. And extending your right leg nice and long down into the ground, followed by your left leg nice and long, and your arms overhead. Walking your shoulders deliberately away from your ears, mindful of the lengthening of your neck, setting your head up so that you have space. Whirling around your wrists a few times. Cupping your hands over your eyes. Taking a breath, honoring your eyesight. Deep breath in. May your eyes be healthy and well. May you see all that you're meant to see. And cupping your ears. May you hear well, and may you hear all you're meant to hear. And bringing your hands to your throat. May you allow your voice to shine. May you see your self-expression out in the world with love and vigor and beauty. And if you'd like, touching your heart. May you have the courage to accept your heart's longings, your heart's dreams, and all that you will release from your heart, like a baby bird releases from the nest, allowing our dreams to bud and blossom like the spring. And taking your hands to your stomach, may you have the courage to digest all that you've been experiencing, and continue to digest all the friendship and goodness that is the bedrock of your beautiful life. And may you lay your hands down and rest in the surrender that is Shavasana. As you relax into Shavasana, breathing in and breathing out, we'll be in a moment of silence for about 1.5 minutes. And as and before we go into it, I wanted to leave you with a beautiful image of the peonies that are now blooming in Philadelphia, all around the city. But with this poem by Mary Oliver, as we can imagine, all of us are blooming at this time, being taught by Mother Nature how to expand our hearts and grow. Peonies. This morning, the green fists of the peonies are getting ready to break my heart as the sun rises, as the sun strokes them with his old buttery fingers, and they open. Pools of lace, white and pink, and all day the black ants climb over them, boring their deep and mysterious holes into the curls, craving the sweet sap, taking it away to their dark underground cities. And all day, under the shifty wind, as in a dance to the great wedding, the flowers bend their bright bodies and tip their fragrance to the air and rise, their red stems holding all that dampness and recklessness gladly and lightly. And there it is again. Beauty the brave, the exemplary, blazing open. Do you love this world? Do you cherish your humble and silky life? Do you adore the green grass with its terror beneath? Do you also hurry, half-dressed and barefoot, into the garden and softly, and exclaiming of their dearness, fill your arms with their white and pink flowers, with their honeyed heaviness, their lush trembling, their eagerness to be wild and perfect for a moment before they are nothing forever?
So a little lullaby as you absorb that beautiful poem that Jennifer just read. This song has the Sanskrit mantra Sat Nam, which means I am truth. And this mantra reminds me that indeed I am whole and beautiful and perfect just as I am. There's no one else I need to be like, or no place else I need to be going to. Sit in the grace of your space and be. Shine in the glow of your light and be. I am Sat Nam, Sat Nam. I am Sat Nam. Follow the love in your soul and be like water bathing in the seas. Just be. I am Sat Nam. I am Sat Nam. See what is true. See what is true. In you.
Coming back to your breath. And coming back to identifying whether you identify with a beautiful peony or you identify with the sense of love in your heart. You identify with a sense of opening or freedom. Letting go and bringing yourself back that all is perfect, all is well. That all is perfect and all is well in this moment. Before you leave the practice, and for those of you who do like to keep a daily journal or a yoga journal, what have you gained from this experience? What do you know about the truth that you are? And can you take shelter within? Can you shelter in your knowingness and your intuition of your beautiful life unfolding? That all is well, all is perfect. This is what it is in the moment. As we work constantly in yoga to tap into our inner strength, learning to live in the moment can sound like a beautiful philosophy. But as you begin to wiggle your toes and we take the philosophy into our flesh, it changes us. It helps us grow, it helps us relax, it helps us be born into new ways of believing about ourselves and our life. So just waking up your fingers and toes, drawing your knees into your heart. And slowly just let yourself roll to the right side. As you let yourself begin to sit up. As you sit up, I want to just share with you this picture of a peony that I brought for you today. This is a peony that I found in my neighborhood. But I wanted to remind ourselves that we are all two hearts always. We're always together. We're always blooming. We're coming from the center, and parts of us fall away and then parts of us come back. So it's that constant shedding experience. As you sit up and roll your shoulders back, allow yourself to bring your hands to your heart. So some of us may feel that we are alone at this time. Would you be willing to know that we are thinking of you and that we are loving you from afar? And would you be willing to receive our love? So just take a collective knowing that when we receive love, it can be just as daunting sometimes as giving love. The gift of love and the receiving of love is the breath. So let's all just take a breath and thanks for the sponsors who stayed with Living Beyond Breast Cancer. And thank you to the registrants and the participants today for bringing your love. And thank you for the love of the team captains and the volunteers, and for the outstanding team of fundraising behind Living Beyond Breast Cancer. Thank you for your support in demonstrating today the power of love, the power of giving and receiving. If you have any questions regarding this class, both Yvette and I are making ourselves available to answer any questions because we care. We hope you will share your questions with us. At this time, I want to end this beautiful class with chanting Om 3 times. One for the choice to study our mind and to be clear of our mental health. The second, to love our emotional health and our heart's longings. And then the other, to bow to the earth for all the healing that's happening on our planet. Yvette, I look forward to being led in your Oms.
Beautiful class, Jennifer. All right, this is our last sounding for this Sunday morning together. And I know that breath is full in your bodies now, free to move and express. So in celebration of that freedom and of being together, let's take a nice deep breath in and
Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your heart opening and your attention. We look forward to seeing you on the steps in 2021, and we wish you much love and health and courageousness in all your creative endeavors as you move forward. I thank you from everyone from LBBC, and thank you, Jean Sachs, for this beautiful and unique experience. Namaste.
Thank you, Jennifer. I am always grateful for you and Yvette, and I am just really, really grateful for both of you today. This couldn't have, I think this was so beautiful. I see the comments coming in, and we really appreciate everybody telling us how they're feeling, because it's hard to do this when you can't see anyone. And Jennifer, you were right there with every single one of us. We felt like you were in our living room, and just thank you. I also want to thank Luann Khan, who always steps in and makes us better and gets us to think deeply. I also really want to thank the Yoga Garden. That's where Jennifer is today, and they were really gracious to donate their space. For those of you that enjoyed Jennifer's class, you know, she is doing everything on Zoom now. So regardless of where you live, find her. I'm sure Yvette is doing things as well. I know the Yoga Garden is as well. So please reach out to these incredible healers. I really do believe that this kind of innovation and creativity is how we're going to get through this, and how we're going to get through it really in a very strong way. So I have to talk about money because it's my job, but I just want you to know we are so close to our goal. And actually, if everybody who was connected to us today raised another $90, we would actually make the goal. So if anyone can help us get there, or if there's any guardian angel out there who wants to just get us there right away, reach out to me, Jean@lbbc.org. We want to really help as many women as we can and help them get through this really challenging time. I hope we are on the steps next year, third Sunday in May. So for those of you that are national, I'm sure we're going to have to find a way to live stream it. So my team will be working on that. Thank you to my team. Please post your pictures, put them on Instagram. We will share the video as soon as we can. So if people want to share it, everyone who participated in the creation of that, I really appreciate it. It was your stories that made it so powerful. So I'd love to welcome back all the community panelists that were part of this, and we can all collectively say goodbye. So those of you that can use the gallery view, that would be the best way to see everybody. Nice to see you guys. So keep sending your comments. We want to hear from you. We want to stay in touch. And remember, this community doesn't go away when you all press that leave button, which always feels so abrupt, just like leave. But we're here. We're always here. You can get to us on Facebook, on our website, on our helpline. You can call our office. We're going to be doing a conference in June for the metastatic community. We are posting videos every week. Anyone who wants to tell their story, we want to populate our blog and our vlog and everything we can. So I love seeing all of you. I wish I could see every one of you, but thank you and have a really lovely day.